Right, here I am, Suffolk Triumph, wonderful, all these marvellous tigers and a scrambler, but what am I on? Look at this, yeah, Triumph 400 XC, look, it's yellow, absolutely marvellous, oh, there we go, I've got this for a few days, yeah, absolutely marvellous, eh, a lightweight scrambler. I'm going to go this way, and what I'll do, I reckon, is I will bring you back later on for a walk round. Yeah. Right, here we are. Triumph Scrambler 400 XC. Doesn't it look marvellous in this Suffolk countryside, in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it, of course. Of course I am. I love all bikes. But you already know I like the Scrambler 400X. I like that engine. Reminds me of the lively 250 two-strokes that we used to have. It's zippy. 39.5 brake horsepower. And 37.5 Newton meters of torque, something like that. Ample for everyday riding, really. Came down the A14 just over 70 at 6,000 revs, and down these back lanes, ideal. What I noticed immediately, particularly after the Bear 650, how light this is. It's about 180 kilos, something like that. And it's, although it's taller, it feels smaller. Obviously, it's a lot narrower and not quite as big a chunk. But the seat height's 835, so it's tall. Diddy Dave's never going to get on one. Not that he might not want to, I don't know. The XC, it's quite a lot of money. It's about the same money as the Interceptor Bear. Yeah, that's £6,500. But you get the handguards. Don't know if they, I can't remember if they come standard. Not sure they do. You get this fly screen, which I'll talk about later. You get the high mud guard. You get an aluminium sump guard down here. You get gold forks. You get crash bars, the lower crash bars, so that if you drop it, yeah, it's a nice bike, very comfy to sit on, everything in the right place. Ergonomically, it's very well thought out. It's got this two-part seat, which is fine for me, because even like Willie, you know, if someone likes to slide back, you're still going to be able to slide back, though you would be a long way back on this. But yeah, comes in yellow, white, and a grey, I think. But there is another colour to it. The mirrors, switch gear, absolutely fine. The clock, some people don't like it. It's a bit dated. They could have made it a bit better, but they've tried to keep the price down because Triumph aren't cheap. I don't know whether their build costs or their design costs are more. I'm not sure. The fuel tank, 13 litres. It's not bad because it does a fair whack to the gallon, so you're going to get a fair distance on it. The tyres, this one comes with Metzler Caro Street or something like that, I think they're called. They seem fine. So, yeah, no problem. The brakes, they're Bybree. They're okay. They're actually, because it's so quick down these back roads, I could do with it, those brakes being a bit keener, but it could be just because it's new. I don't know. But I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll get on. We'll do the senses test and see how we go. Yeah. Before I go, let me just show you where we are. Here's the bike. Let's have a look. I'll show you the extras you get. So you get that high mudguard. You get the fly screen. Oh, you get the light cover. You get the lower crash bars and the aluminium sump guard. Yeah, I think that's about it. There you go from there. Hopefully this has worked just fine. I'll catch you back on the bike. Right, here we go. Oh, back on board. Get these fastened up. Ignition on. Brrr, ding. Marvellous. And there we go. Off we go. A little pop pop. Now we need to get out of here, and there is a short route. I think that's the nearest road, so I'll go that way. Don't know how bumpy it'll be because I didn't come in this way, but we'll see. And we'll get off. Yeah, what do you reckon, that dash? It's okay, isn't it? It tells you everything you need. MPG at the moment is what it's telling us. And how much fuel we've got, gear indicator. Can't ask for more than that. And on this slightly bumpy ground, I think it's going to get a bit worse around here. Let's get out of here. Oh, absolutely marvellous, look at that. Usually this end is just underwater. I'll get this way. There we go, and we're off. Yeah, I mean, I have absolutely been loving it because of its lightness. Hey up, is this road closed? I don't know. Road ahead closed. We'll find out, won't we? Oh, they're doing this absolutely everywhere. Putting fibre in, yeah, so we can all have ID cards, I reckon. But there you go. Marvellous. Yeah, so let's crack on with the senses test. Now that says road closed all the way, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? And straight away we're going for taste. Well, this is it's either a banana milkshake, which I do love, my favourite milkshake, possibly the only milkshakes I ever have, yeah, or it could be something lemon, a lemon sorbet. You know that ice cream you used to get at Scarborough, Mr. Whippy with a lemon sorbet and a white ice cream. Oh, it could be either, but both are absolutely marvellous. And a nice light little snack. Yeah, so there you go. Then what does it smell like? Well, this is almost a brand new bike. Absolutely no problems with it whatsoever. No smell of oil, no smell of water, no smell of petrol, just absolutely spiffing. So that's the two silly ones out of the way. Then we're on to what does it look like? Well, it looks like a Scrambler. It looks like the 400X with a few bits hanging on. Yeah, and while we're on about it, the little fly screen, it looks good, but I can tell you at speed it gets a bit of a whistle on. You know, it's got, you can hear that noise, which you do with generally with all fairings. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's the downside, but it does look good, and it's down these back roads at low speeds, it's not really an issue. The suspension though is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away from the Bear, but you know, its weak point is that suspension is firm. It's not a problem for me, and it's not as bad as people say, I reckon, but it is firm, whereas this gives you a nice cushioning. It's also, this has got a very nice seat on it, and I don't want this to be a comparison to the Bear, because I might do that separately. But yeah, it definitely looks like a scrambler. It could do with a slightly different pipe on, and perhaps a pipe that makes a bit more noise. So let her go. Marvellous. I'll bring you back when I get out of here. Right, oh, that's cleared that little village. And now I'm at 55 and I can just hear the whistle or vibration from that. In fact, if you touch it, you can feel it. Yeah. But that's what it looks like, a scrambler anyway. Then where do we go? Oh, touch and feel. Now this is where it's built down to a price, but it is pretty good quality. It's a solid little thing, even if it is lightweight, and feels it's very flickable and quick. It feels quick for what it is. You know, I'm not talking. Let's get down here. Oh, and we've got a van coming, so we'll just wait here. We've got a car coming, but I reckon a car and a bike can fit down here, not without too much difficulty. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very kindly. Where was I? Touch and feel quality. Yeah, the suspension, they've spent the money where it needs to be spent, I think. Yeah, excellent suspension, a wonderful lively engine, decent tyres and a few extras. Oh, left my indicator on, no one said out. But it deals with these bumps and these sort of roads. This is where it's made for, these back roads. Even though this will do, I reckon, well, I reckon that probably, if you wanted to, you'd probably do 90 miles an hour, almost guaranteed. Yeah. And what's this? Road closed again. Yeah, so that quality, I don't think there's a problem with the quality. I know they had a couple of issues when they first came out, but right now I reckon they're fine. Let's get down here. Road ahead closed. Really? We'll see, won't we? Then what? The sound is spiffing. You know, it is only a single cylinder 400. You could probably put a better pipe on it and make it sound a bit more poppy, but I think it sounds just lovely as it is. And that high revving, it's going to be high revving, isn't it, for a 400 single? It's got to be, especially as it produces 39.5 brake horsepower. But I just went for another gear then when I got to a point where I would have liked to drop those revs and keep that speed. So there is that too. It's got its drawbacks, but this is £6,500 and a rather spiffing dog there. And so, you know, it's not a massive bike. I've done it again. I did it again just to try and drop those revs down. I've got to get used to it revving higher. I think that's what it is. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's so much fun and so light and manoeuvrable. Then what? Well, we're on to the Sixth Sense. How does it make me feel? Like I say, it makes me feel young. Off-road, I've got to say, this is easier than the Bear. Primarily because it's 40 kilos lighter. Let's get this traffic out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Crazy Horse for a coffee to think about it. But I reckon this is a cracking bike, and I nearly bought one before I bought the Bear. So maybe I will try and do a comparison for you, but for now this bike is a cracker. I thought the 400X was, oh, this is just an X with fancy stuff on. Yeah, marvellous, eh? Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in another one, but in the meantime, if you're out on your bike, ride careful, stay safe, and I will catch you in another video. Yeah, ta-ta.